Mexican officials are stepping up their investigation into the disappearance of Fernandez de Cevallos. Jens Gould is a Bloomberg News reporter in Mexico, joining us now by the telephone to discuss the impact this kidnapping is having on the country. Jens, welcome. So first, explain to us why Diego Fernandez de Cevallos, he's one of Mexico's governing party's most prominent politicians. Who is he, and is this a shocking development?
It is. He was a key figure for President Felipe Calderon's party. In 1994, he was a candidate for the presidency. He was also a senator and a lawmaker in the lower house, and he's one of the key figures for the entire party, key in the transition to democracy that Mexico experienced about 10 years ago, and he's gone disappeared for the last 2 days.
What are the investigators saying about why he'd be kidnapped?
Well, they're actually not using the term kidnapped. They're only saying disappeared at this point because they don't have any evidence that he was in fact taken in a kidnapping way. However, they've said there's evidence of violence in his vehicle, which means there's been blood found, and the blood has been found to be the same type as his blood type, although they're not saying that it is actually his blood yet.
Jens, you know, this is certainly not the first possible violence that's been happening in Mexico lately with the continuing drug wars. Is this sort of a tipping point, though, because he is a high-profile individual?
It is. It raises the stakes. There hasn't been a politician of his level involved in the increasing violence, certainly since Calderon took power. There have been candidates for mayor on the local level killed. There have been law enforcement officials killed, but no one nearly of this stature has been kidnapped. And we're not saying he's been killed, but no one like him.
Disappearing. So President Calderon, right, scheduled to meet with President Obama this week. How will this development impact that meeting?
Well, the meeting is certain I mean, they're certain to talk about violence and about the security situation. That's usually the main topic of any meeting between the two, just because Mexico, it has become so violent recently. And this happening just before an official visit of Calderon to Washington, it's sure to be at the top of the agenda.
All right, Jens Gould, Bloomberg News reporter in Mexico, covering the disappearance of one of the higher-profile politicians, Diego Fernandez de Cevallos.